Hey y'all, it's me Lola, coming at you again. I was just a nasty texting battle with my friend Carson in Lubbock. Somehow we got arguing back and forth about what living things are made of. I was telling him that every living thing is pretty much made up of the exact same elements. Carson finally backed down after like an hour. You want to hear what I told him? Cool. The first thing I had to tell him was what a compound is. A compound is a pure substance made up of two or more elements that are chemically combined. Let's look at that definition. Whenever some elements get together, they might react and combine, or they might go through a chemical change with one another. What's an easy example? Water. Water's good old H2O, right? Well, all that means is a water molecule is made when an oxygen is bonded with two hydrogens. H2O. Here, take a look. An oxygen with two hydrogens bonded. So here's the thing. All living things are made out of compounds of pretty much the same elements. Think about that. Every living thing, every insect, every tree, every germ, every person, all made of very similar compounds. That's why we call them organic compounds. The most important element in an organic compound is carbon. All organic compounds have carbon in them. And obviously, there are going to be other elements in these compounds. Let's write that down. The way I remember the different elements in organic compounds is I remember the word CHNOPS. Okay, well, it's not really a word, but still. These are the symbols of the different elements that make up all of us living things. We already know what the C stands for. Carbon, right? Any guesses on the H? Yeah, hydrogen. What about the O? Yep, oxygen. All right, it gets a little trickier here. The N, well, yeah, the N stands for nitrogen. Nitrogen is an element found in organic compounds. Ooh, what about the P? The P is the symbol for phosphorus, another important element. And finally, what does the S stand for? Any clue? The S is the symbol for sulfur. Now, these definitely aren't the only elements in living things. Not at all. There's calcium and sodium and iron and potassium and, well, a bunch of others. But still, CHNOPS. The elements are common to most of the compounds that make up us living things. The way I finally convinced Carson is I posted some pictures of some important organic compounds. This compound is glucose, probably the most important sugar to life. All the black atoms are carbon, the red ones are oxygens, and the little white atoms are hydrogens. That gives us CHO out of CHNOPS, right? Here's the compound that makes up the membrane of cells. More carbons, oxygens, hydrogens, plus the little yellow phosphorus atom up there. Here's all the elements that make up DNA. More C's, H's, O's, and P's. Plus, you can see they colored nitrogen atoms blue. This one is insulin, a real important protein. In this case, they color-coded sulfur blue. You can tell carbon is well represented and all the other big boys are there too. So that's the deal with organic compounds. All organic compounds have carbon in them, and they make up the structures of all living things. Don't forget about the other elements. They're important too. Just remember, CHNOPS. Well, I hope we learned a little something today. All right, until next time, it's your girl Lola saying, I'll see you in the organic section.